Alright, so I just had a massive thunderstorm come through. Then there was an issue with the car charging. It said there was something about it grounding. I tried to, well, once it stopped, I dried everything because there's no cover over the power here. Still not connecting, so there's more rain due to come in all the way up till 5 o'clock, so another couple of hours worth. So it's going to make it difficult for me with the way the camping's set up in the car here. So there'll be no cover for cooking, and getting in and out the car for sleeping is going to be a pain should it come through. And it's still thundering, so I'm pretty sure it's going to. So executive decision made. I'm going to head home. It's going to be a long drive. It should get me in around 9 p.m. I think. So I'm going to head off now, get to the supercharger at Tamworth, and then just hit the highway. I was hoping to beat that next bit of rain, but yeah, I just saw some lightning, and then all of a sudden it's just come back down again. So I'm just heading to the supercharger now. Get that bit done, and then be on the highway, and I'll set everything up again. Alrighty, so that one's plugged in. It's just in a hotel car park, so there's no food or anything around, unfortunately. I think we're maxing out at 120 kilowatts, so about 20 minutes and I'll be on my way. Okay, don't judge me. Seeing as I've got quite a long drive, I got myself an Uber Eats. So I'm going to quickly eat this burrito. We've pretty much only got 5 minutes until it reaches the charge limit, but it's only going to leave us a couple of percent when we get there anyway. So I'm going to chow on this and get on the road. Alrighty, so we're at 98, which is a little bit more than we needed, but at least I was able to have some food. So we'll stop at Supercentre, wherever that is, and then we'll head home. Hopefully be there by 9:30.
They turn our homes into lives.
think I've made it out of the stormy areas now. It's blue skies, the sun is out, although it will be going down soon, so it's 10 to 6. I will still keep heading for home. I've not done the FSC at night time before, so that will be something a bit different. And yeah, that's it. I'll catch up with you. There's not really been much else to talk about. There's been a tree down actually, and lots of branches, so I think someone has already gone through and cleared them out of the way, but the car did move around a couple of them pretty well. Yeah, apart from that, pretty uneventful, apart from people going super slow in front, but that's all good.
Without love in your heart, without love by your side, without love playing part, tell me what you do, tell me what you do. Without love in your heart, without love by your side, without love playing part, tell me what you do. Tell me what you do. Some people walk through this life, not on their feet but on their face, standing on the edge of a night, hoping to get by, hoping to get by. You're so much stronger than you think, yeah, and you do the best you can. Oh, you can paint the whole world in pink, when really it's black and blue, oh so black and blue. Without love in your heart, without love by your side, without love playing part, tell me what you do, tell me what you do. Some people walk through this life, not on their feet but on their face, standing on the edge of a night, hoping to get by, hoping to get by. So much stronger than you think, and you do the best you can, yeah. You can paint the whole world in pink, when really it's black and blue, oh so black and blue. Without love in your heart.
So we're nearly 200 k's in now, and we've gained some percentage. It said we were going to get in with like 19%, I think it was, or 17. Now we've got 26%. You can see on the graph there that been in the green pretty much all the way and gained some there. So yeah. Right, it says it's typically driven at 106 k's an hour. Slow down by 10 to save 3% for the rest of the trip. And 14.2k winds from northwest saved 1.6%.
Without love by your side, without love playing part, tell me what you do, tell me what you do. Without love in your heart, without love playing part, love in your heart, yeah. Tell me what you do, tell me what you do.
Just stopping at the Super Centre for a quick charge. Just going to find out where it is. It's like a homemaker centre, this one. There's another Tesla, so it must be down this way. Okay, so it says on here, site located on the roof. Six, and they're all working, hopefully. It's such a dodgy Parker. Alright, I'll go plug in. Alright, so I only actually need to do 5 minutes to continue the trip. So whatever it charges now, because at the minute I'm getting in with 0. So I'll give it 5 minutes and check back in how many Ks that gives us. Oh, I just had a quick walk over to the centre just in case it was open, but it's not, so gave the windows a quick wash. We're probably over what we need now. Yeah, so I'll have 22% when I get to the coffee shop, because I'm going to go there before I go home. I'll go unplug and we'll get out of here.
Everything's closing in on you now. But you don't want anything new. You just get behind a mule and plow. Now it's so different to play it, and we just don't know how to dance. So you try to fool with something. It don't matter what you try to say. Money, fame, power, music, drugs. I tried you and you tried me. I can feel all this rushing, and you got nothing more to buy. So you try to fool with something. It don't matter what you try to say.
Well, that was a bit weird, to be honest. We've just come down the motorway there, and it was very dark, and the main beams were going all the time. I know they're like matrix lights, but it looked like it was just flashing all over the place. I'd actually be interested to follow a Tesla, or have a Tesla behind me, I should say, so that I can see what those lights actually look like. But I didn't get flashed or anything, so I assume it's okay for everyone. But yeah, just a bit weird. I know when I normally drive on my own, I don't even bother with the main beams, because especially on a motorway. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just in the tunnel now. Obviously you can see that, but I'm in this tunnel for like 15 Ks anyway, so see how it goes in the tunnel, and I'll check with you at the destination.
I tried you and you tried me.
Alright, so I have made it back to Starbucks where we started a couple of days ago. So that last drive was 113 kilometers, 16 kilowatts, around 20 minutes, and 141.6 watts per hour. So in total we've done 1,660 with an average of 151.6 watts per kilometre and 251.8 kilowatts. And just as a side note, always seems to be a lot more green in the energy than when I drive myself. So it was all in green that last little bit coming back after we charged up last. Anyway, I'll check back in with you in the morning and I'll give you the stats for the whole trip. Good morning. Plenty of rest has been had after the long drive. It turned out to be about 10 hours drive, so it was a pretty long day, but fully rested up now, gone through all the figures, so I'll run through all of those with you if you're interested. So the first charge, obviously from home, I had pretty much 100%. Then I drove to Orange, and that was the village on Summer Street. There we'd done 214.8 kilometres, 31.4 kilowatts, and a drive time of 2 hours and 58 minutes, which gave an average of 146.3 watts per kilometre. And then after the charge, we charged up for 20.86 for a cost of 43 cents per kilowatt, cost a total of $8.97, and we charged for 10 minutes there. We then left there, drove to the camp spot at Dubbo. By the time we'd got there, we'd driven 175.9 k's, used 22.1 kilowatts, a drive time of 1 hour and 49, with an average of 125.9. Now there I did charge up using their 15 amp charger. I haven't included that in the cost figures because I would have had to get accommodation anyway. So as it goes, that was cheaper accommodation. I think that was $38 for the night. So in the morning then I had pretty much 100% ready to go, and we headed towards Lightning Ridge, stopping first at Canamble, the NRMA charger there. We did 146.8 kilometres, 25.3 kilowatts, drive time of 1 hour and 33, and the average was 172.3. The charge there was a bit slower and a bit more expensive, so we charged with 18.01 kilowatts, cost of 66 cents per kilowatt, total cost of $11.86, and charge time of 21 minutes. We then headed on to Walgett, NRMA there. We did 116.3 kilometres, 22.5 kilowatts, drive time of 1 hour and 19 minutes, and that was an average of 193.6. There we charged 20.11 kilowatts at 89 cents per kilowatt, and that was $17.90 in total with a 32-minute charge time. Then reached Lightning Ridge, where I again had another camp spot. So we did 78.4 k's to reach there, 15.3 kilowatts, 1 hour and 48 minutes. There was a bit of sightseeing in that, so that wasn't a direct, that was a total driving time, not of a direct route there. An average of 195.1. I then charged overnight that camp spot. That was $45, I think, for that one. That had a bit more amenities there, as opposed to a hip camp. So that had a pool, a bar, and that was all pretty good. So in the morning then I had 100% ready to go. First stop there was back to Tesla Superchargers, and that was at Narrabri. That we drove there 249 kilometres, 41.4 kilowatts, a drive time of 2 hours and 45 minutes, and an average of 166.2. And the charge stats there, we charged for 36.54 kilowatts at a cost of 52 cents per kilowatt, a total of $19, and that we charged there for 20 minutes. Next was the camp spot at Tamworth. That was a hip camp, and that was $30 for the night. But once we'd gotten there, we'd driven 202.7 kilometers, 28.13 kilowatts, drive time of 3 hours and 28. Again, that had a bit of sightseeing in it. I did go to the big golden guitar, went up to the lookout, and then to the camp spot after that. So that's why that time's a bit higher. So the average was 138.8. Then I had the rain come in, the issues with charging, so I headed off to get home. So I had to top up charge at Tamworth, so I went to the Supercharger at Tamworth. We charged there for 39.11 kilowatts, cost of 52 cents per kilowatt, and a total of $20.34, and that was a charge time of 32 minutes. Next stop was the Supercharger again at the Central Coast at the Supercentre. That was a bigger drive. That was the 319.3 kilometres, 41.8 kilowatts, and a 3 hour 30-minute drive time with an average of 131.1. The charge stats from that charger was 17.83 kilowatts at a cost of 52 cents per kilowatt, a total of $9.27, and the charge time there was 8 minutes. And then finally reaching home, we did 113.3 kilometers with 16 kilowatts and a drive time of 1 hour and 19 minutes, an average of 141.6 watts per kilometre. And then obviously there's no charge cost there because then I plugged in at home and back to normal. So the grand totals for that drive, for the amount of kilometres, 1,633.5 kilometres, used 247.03 kilowatts. So when I look back on the average watts per kilometre, there's two that stood out as being a lot higher than the rest. That was the trip basically up to Lightning Ridge, and I think that was where I was having the most issues with the car not sticking at 110, so I was constantly accelerating, so I guess that was probably using a lot more power. So those two were coming out at 193, whereas the rest was sort of around that, between that 125 and 145, 150 mark as an average. So yeah, that's hopefully if they do sort out that 110 kilometre an hour issue, then that should help with the efficiency, I think. But anyway, overall we charged up 152.48 kilowatts, a total of $87.34, and our overall charge time for the whole trip was 2 hours and 3 minutes. Obviously that's only at the chargers and not the overnight stays. So overall that's pretty good. No way I would have been able to do that with $87 worth of petrol, so overall that was a good result, I reckon. Had a good time. I definitely will do another trip like that in the future. Let me know if there's anywhere you'd want to see, and I will endeavour to set off on another road trip soon. Thanks for watching. You can check out the channel for other trips. We do also go out for trips in our converted camper van. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks again.